Well, hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf. I do hope I find you well, and today another restoration video. So what we have here is a Hornby B12. Seen better days. We'll take it over to the track just to show you that it isn't working. No movement at all, no buzzing, no nothing. So it's one of those ones where I'm not sure what we're going to find when we get inside. Probably just a clean. But let's get it apart and have a look. But before we do that, let's take it over to the track. And as I say, I'll just show you that it isn't moving. And then we'll come back and yeah, see if we can get this running. This is one of those with the sort of larger flanged wheels, so it's not going to run particularly well on the modern Hornby track, but we'll still give it a clean up and get it working, and yeah, see if we can get it moving. Well, let's show you what it's doing, or should I say what it's not doing. So as always, controller's off. Let's turn it on, and nothing at all, absolutely nothing. Not a movement. You can see here, turn it either direction, absolutely nothing, no buzzing, no movement. So yeah, let's go and get the lid off, see what's inside, see if we can get this one running. There you go, as you saw, not moving at all. So let's get it apart. There's a little screw on the back here to get the body off. Start to do this. What have we got inside? Okay, so, oh, we've got a smoke generator. That's always good to see. Excellent. Right, so smoke generator, motor, brushes. I think the first thing is, let's get the motor completely out. I'll tell you what, that could be the problem. Before I do any more, that wire's loose. So I'm just going to pop that back in, like so, and go and put it back on the test track and just see if that was all that the problem was. Well, sadly it wasn't that connector. I took it back over, and yeah, it's not that, unfortunately. So let's get it all apart and drop the brushes out first, and yeah, get the motor off. I think with this one, let's get the motor completely out. This one on the back. Take the motor out, because I am going to remagnetise it, whatever, because I can. Motor out. Let's take that off of there. That's the motor completely loose. Oh, look at the armature on that. That really isn't helping. The grime on there. Wow. Okay, let's get the smoke generator completely out as well. It's all loose, and that can't be helping. Take all the fluff. Oh, there's loads in here. Let's try and get that completely out, because there should be fixing on the bottom. And yeah, the smoke generator is not, the cogs aren't aligning, so that's not helping either. Right, that's that off, and let's get base plate off. I think what I might do, just for ease, is desolder the base plate so that I can give this a really good clean. Turn the soldering iron on and just get the other screw out the base plate, because I'd quite like to take this chassis over to the sink and give it a good clean in soapy water. I think that will help, definitely. Okay, base plate, and this is the pickups are filthy, wheels are filthy. Yeah, I think this just needs a really good clean, and hopefully it'll spring back to life. Let me just desolder this. There it goes. Right, I'll take this through, give it a really good clean, then come back and clean off the wheels, and yeah, we'll try and get this back to some sort of running form. Right, it's cleaned up rather nicely actually. So I'm just going to give this just a very gentle going over with the emery cloth. Don't want to do too much because I don't want the wheels to become completely shiny, but I will just take the worst of it off. Oh, there is actually quite a bit coming off of here. Right, that's one of them. I'm going to do the middle one as well. Okay, let me just do this side. Yeah, I can actually see a whole line of grime actually coming off as I'm doing this. So it's worthwhile, I think. Not too bad. And as I say, it hasn't got rid of the, you know, the wheels are black, so what I don't want to do is make them all shiny in places. So it's just taken got the worst of the muck off, I'm hoping. Okay, and then the inside. Okay, that doesn't look too bad actually. Let's give this a good clean over and see if we get any more. Just a little bit of muck coming off, but not a great deal now. So I think I'd call that a success. Let's have a look. There's still a little bit coming off. Not a great deal. Okay, right, I'm happy with that. Right, we'll give that an oil in a moment. Let's clean the base plate off. So I mentioned in all the videos, this is electrical cleaner. The one I'm using is made by WD-40. Make sure you get contact cleaner or electrical cleaner. This isn't the oil, just happens to be made by them. These are about £5 a can. There are other makes on the market if you do want to get some. But electrical cleaner, somebody recommended it to me. I've never looked back. It's fantastic stuff. Really brings up these locos lovely. Right, slide that back through. And let's get the base plate back on. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give this an oil first. So while I can get to all the bearings. One there, there, and there, and then either side of the cog. Okay, I'll just give the axle. Okay, right, base plate back in. Wire tucks up through there, and then the base plate tucks on the side. Make sure I get the way like that. So just a reminder, my videos aren't supposed to be guides on how to do things. They're just me enjoying the hobby. If you want guides on how to do them, there's some really good YouTubes out there. people like Double O Bill and Oscar Paisley do some fantastic videos that were worth checking out. Those guys know what they're doing, whereas I just tend to make it up as I go along. I'm just here enjoying the hobby and sharing it with you. Right, that's the base plate back on. Get that screw in. Okay. Right, I need to slide. Oh, that's not good. There is actually a nick in the wire there. That's not going to help. I may, yeah, cover that up now. Put a tiny piece of tape around it if I can. No, I'm going to have to take the base plate back off. The barest minimum, maybe have to replace that wire. I do need to put a little bit of insulation across this base plate. That may be where the problem was coming from. Let's do that now. So where this is picking up from one side of the loco, the chassis is picking up from the other side. So what we have here is when the base plate goes on, this underneath is touching the chassis, which is probably causing a bit of a short. So I'm going to tuck this wire back in here, like so. Here we go. Like that. And this one on this side like that. And then I'm going to put some tape across the base, making sure that that's all fully insulated. And I'll just cut round it. That looks more like it. Okay, and this one goes in. In fact, I'm going to poke a hole in there like that. Pop that one in. Do this end. Yes. Okay, and same thing. pickups becoming a bit troublesome. Alright, both pickups are in. So that one just keeps coming away. Why does it keep coming away? Going to put the tiniest bit of glue on the base plate there just to hold that pickup still. It's becoming a little bit troublesome. Let's just there we go. Perfect. Right, that's that done. Good, I can get rid of that wire. Motor, let's have a look what we've got here. So, let's give it a clean and let's remagnetise it. So, first things first, let's get this out the end. That comes right out. Get rid of that out the way. And we're going to clean the armature, again using the cleaner here. Just get one of these, get the worst of it off the armature. May go around this one with an emery cloth. Don't like doing that because they're so fragile. You know, the copper on here is so thin. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to do. Let's see how they come up. Yeah, I might just go around that very gently. Just use a very fine cloth. Easier said than done. What I don't want to do is where the little wires come back up onto the armature, I don't want to disturb any of those. That's what I'm being careful of. That's better. Getting a little bit off now. That's better. Okay, I'm quite pleased with that. That'll do. Right, on to magnetising the, remagnetising. So, first of all, I'll find out which direction's north. So it's clearly this way. I'll turn that around, you see the compass is always pointing north. I bring in Ronald Dodd's machine that I've used many times on here. This says north on it here. So again, I'm just going to double check that north that way. Put it in between the two armatures and then we just push the button and it puts remagnetizes the magnet. So as always, going to do that off a camera because it creates a big magnetic field. So I'll be back in a moment. Right, that's all done. Move the compass out of the way. You can see how these are, the armatures are really stuck onto the motor now. So that's hopefully put a little bit of magnetism back into the magnet. Drop this back through and put my connection wire. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, just clean this wire down as well. Just bring wire bits also. There's some duct here. Okay, and that goes down underneath the screw head like so. That's it. And put that back on. I think I'm I'm going to put the brushes in while the motor's out, just because it makes life easier. So yeah, let's give these a good clean. Connectors are at the top. Okay, that's that one done. Let's do this one. Oh, that one didn't last. That's broken away. Right, let me go see if I've got a new brush. Well, I've got a brush that kind of fits, but it's not the correct one. But it'll have to do for this evening, because it's all I've got. Right, where did I put the insulation sleeve? I don't know what happened to that, so let's improvise. I'll do nicely. I'll just get rid of these bits of wire from inside. Don't need it too long. Right. That goes on there. And let's put this brush in. Through there. Okay, that's the brushes on. Like I say, it's not ideal, but it hopefully will run this evening. I'll have to get some new brushes. Right, so that's working. Let's drop that back in. Now, why is that motor not locating? It's not sliding forward as it should. That's better. Okay, and this goes in the back of the motor. So, a nice strong magnet on there now. Right, and now we wire this back in. So this, we'll wire this back onto here. Solder this back on, should I say? Just in the wire. Good. I'll just undo that one again. Put the suppressor back on, and then I'm going to put a little bit of wire around the soldered joint there. Okay, tape. Brushes are out yet again. Been one of those days today. Everything I've touched has gone wrong. It's not broken brushes, it's broken car. It's yeah, it's one thing after another. Thought I'd been clever putting the brushes in before the motor. Would make life easier. Right, there we go. Let's get the smoke generator back in. This time make sure it's screwed down properly. Right, why is that not? I think it's because this is loose. So let's screw that plate down first. And then when the motor gets screwed down, that's better. It's working. Screw that through. Like that. That's it. That's all looking pretty good. Everything's moving. And now I just need to slide this part down inside. Actually, other way around. Oh, the brush is out. Okay, let's go and see if that actually works. And then we'll worry about tidying it up in a moment. Okay, on the track, a little bit of power. Oh, lovely. Straight off running. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. The only problem, as I say, is the brush. I've got a brush in there that's worn out. I've had to put that in because I broke the other one, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, at least it's running. I can get another brush and replace that. Right, let's go and put the element in the smoke generator and see if that works. Right, all the fluff needs to go back in. Slide all of this back into the generator like that. And make sure it's clear of the connection. Just going to clean that up just a tiny bit. Make sure we've got a good connection for the element. And we'll slide this in. Don't know if this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Make sure that that goes down so it picks up on both ends. There and there. And yeah, I'll have to put some smoke oil in there in a moment, and then we'll go and give the body a clean and close out this video. Let's drop some smoke oil in. Just let that soak in for a second. Okay, let's see what we got. Run it back and forth for a moment. Just let the oil soak in, see if the element's going to warm up. Well, took me a little while to get it working, but there you go. There's the smoke generator puffing away quite happily, and yeah, engine's running quite well. So time to go and put the body on and close this video out. Okay, so I've put the little smoke deflector. This was on there, obviously, to move the smoke forward so that it's directed towards the chimney. So that's on. I'll slide the body back on, making sure that the wires aren't going to touch anything. Brush has moved. Let's try that again. Okay. How's this going to go? Right. So that slides through the front like that, and this just rotates it in. It's looking all good. And then there's a screw, goes in the rear. I've given the body a clean with soapy water, come up lovely. So it's just washing up liquid and a paintbrush. Go around it, get into all the little areas, get all the dirt and grime out. And yeah, they come up beautifully. Okay, let's take this back over, see if it runs. There you go, that's back on the track and running beautifully. A little bit noisy, but you know, it is an early Hornby, so this kind of thing you'd expect. Can't see any smoke coming out, but I'll tell you what, let's try it on the main line. And I'm just going to give it a run all the way around the layout and see if we get smoke after it's been running for a little while. Yeah, some little puffs of smoke. When it comes round, I'll stop it with my finger. Not the strongest smoke generator I've seen, but you can just about make out the little puffs there. Yeah, lots of smoke coming out, looking good, and yeah, quite a nice little runner. So let it go around the layout again. Yeah, great little train, and really pleased to see it back on the rails. As I say, it wasn't running at all, nothing in there. I think probably most of it was actually the lack of insulation on the base plate. I didn't actually check to see if it was shorting, but that and the grime in the motor just needed a little bit of tender loving care, as all of these locos do. And yeah, an hour on the bench and we've got it running again. Anyway, if that was of interest, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not check out the channel, lots on there, and if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. And with that, I'm going to leave this one there. I'm going to say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.